What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So today we're going to go through AMC and we're specifically going to talk about in detail is like when will the shorts cover? When are the shorts going to give up in this overall situation that we have at hand, right? We've been invested in this for, well, I have for a little over a year, like a very slight bit over a year. And I'm excited to say that I've been supporting this for a long time and supporting something that I truly love. It's not just going into a position just because it has short interest. I genuinely, I can't speak, love AMC. Like I love the movies. Literally, our me and Erica's relationship, or Erica and I's relationship, was built off of going to the movies. There have been times where we went to the movies 4 days out of the weekend. Yes, 4 days out of the weekend. There's only 3 days in a weekend. You know, you're looking at Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We saw two movies in one day because there were so many movies that were coming out, and we really love movies, right? I love storylines, and I want Harper to experience that as well. So to be able for them to be able to bankrupt a company or have a chance to bankrupt a company that I truly believe in. I will never let that happen again. It happened to Toys R Us. I will never let it happen again. And I can't solely stop it, but I can be a part of a movement that will not let them do this. So, anyways, we're going to get into exactly what's going on, with AMC in today's market. And, we're also just going to break down as much as we really can. So, guys, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you guys check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel quite a bit. If you guys want the Profit Apparel shirts, very clean Profit Apparel shirts, feel free to check that out in the description, as well as checking out my Shiba Inu burn video if you're interested in that as well. That will be up in the cards. But let's go ahead and dive into this. So what we're looking at first is the Vortex data. We're going to break down the Vortex data just a little bit. We can see here that we did increase the amount of short interest here, which is good. It's in our favor because the more that increases, we're looking at a better squeeze situation from what they tell me, right? I'm not going to sit here and take this all as the truth. It may end up being, some things being falsified, but I'll take it as if it's sort of the truth or the closest thing we can get to the truth, right? We're looking at 18% short interest of free float, an increase of 1.59% short interest. We do see that they returned 1.24 million shares versus the 2.93 million shares, almost 3 million shares that were borrowed. Shares on loan, we're looking at 106 million, and utilization is at 76.59. So again, take all of this information with a grain of salt, because 18%, yes, it is high. Because if you look at some of these other companies, even I know you see some things that are around 100, 200% and things like that, but 18% still is high, especially for something that is held so much, right? I don't know how much we hold. It could be 80%, it could be 70%, it could be 60%, right? But all I know is that a lot of us are holding this stock. A lot of retail traders, retail investors are holding this stock and supporting this stock. So I'm looking at it that way. We also have the dark pool, short volume. Now it's showing 79%. That's just because all of it wasn't reported. But from what we do have reported, 79% is actually there. The day before was 61%, and the day before that was about 64%. Short volume, which is insanely high. The average for the last 30 days has been 57%. 57%, which is crazy high, showing that they're still shorting this thing every single day that they can in order to fight it. And it's just showing me that they will not give up, right? They won't let themselves fall flat on their face, right? You understand that if they decided to give up in the beginning, they wouldn't have lost as much money as they did. But since they are so stubborn, they have a potential chance to lose literally everything. But that's only if us, as a community decides to continue to hold on. And I know there's a lot of people that are getting discouraged. I've seen it time and time again where people are getting discouraged saying, hey, I don't think this is going to squeeze. I don't believe in the squeeze anymore. And I'm like, I don't know how you could say that. I understand that with all of the negativity, all of the decreases that you're seeing, it's not something that looks too positive for you, for anybody that's really holding. But if you look at it from a 10,000 foot view, you back up and understand where we came from $4, right? We came from the beginning, $1.91 all the way up to $20, where they pulled us down to $4 ish, $4 or $5, and then increased and had a battle around 801 to push us up to some of these levels, resisted around 13, 14 multiple times, and then seeing that skyrocket all the way up to 70. That's literally just the beginning of what this could have been and what it can be, but it all depends on what people do. If the variables stay the same, then everything will stay the same. Like, we won't see anything, crazy increase, crazy decrease. But as soon as one side caves, as soon as one side blinks, it's just not going to be good for the other side, right? So that's really what I'm looking at there. But let's go ahead and look at the chart. Let's see what we're seeing here before we get into a breakdown of AMC, and just if I still believe in the squeeze, and all of that stuff. So um, first, let's look at the 10,000 foot view that I was talking about. So this 10,000 foot view, we can see where we came from. $1.91 from where we were back in January, all the way to an increase up to a level of about $20 before it did decrease and started to increase all the way up to $72.62 before finding a fall and creating lower highs, lower lows. Not really looking like the best scenario. I thought we would see a bounce off of the 200 EMA, but now we're starting to see it firmly below the 200 EMA, and maybe could see a comeback, after seeing it drop down to a level of about $21, and down here at this level of $20, almost 21 as well. But hopefully seeing that bounce, and I called it in a different video, I thought that 19 was coming. I thought that 18 was coming, where we see the overall 200 EMA, right? We're literally at that point to where right now we're bouncing or finding a way to bounce off of that 200 EMA, and we could see a massive increase coming soon, or a continuation of that downtrend if it does find a way to break it, which will be hurt. It will hurt a lot of people. It will hurt a lot of people's feelings. And the fact that some people are already saying that they don't believe in the squeeze, can't really look at it and go like, I'm super positive about this. God, my eyes hurt from looking at these screens all day. Geez. But still, like, that's the thing that you want to take from this, is that we can see a bounce, but we can also see that continuation here. And I understand that technicals really don't matter in this situation, because if they want to short it, they want to short it. And you could see that 50% that they're actually shorting it, over 50%, 60% at times, that they're actually shorting it just to keep this thing down. You can see here how fast that this has risen. If we're looking at the day, this rose from a level to where it opened up, really at this $22 mark, and decreasing a little bit, but then increasing all the way up to a level of $23.78 before decreasing again, creating these higher highs and higher lows, showing the strength. And then all of a sudden it's a downward trend with no structure whatsoever, right? It has a couple of green arrows, but no structure whatsoever. It's really just downhill to level things out, get all the buyers out, make sure the buyers are not deciding to buy anymore because they already bought. And then you have some people that bought and that day traded or swing traded or whatever, and decided that, oh, well, you know what, it's not moving in my favor, so I'm going to get out of the position. So you're partnering shorting the position with a bunch of sells that are going through with day traders and swing traders, and maybe some people that thought, hey, you know what, I can see a lower point, and end up making a move from there. So where you do see that level, we did see a consolidation around the VWAP, around the 200 EMA there. And then we started to see that decrease down below the 200 EMA, below the VWAP, and finding a comfortable level well below it down here in this level of $22.19-ish, or $22.20, before seeing a little bit of an increase towards the end of the day. Now, we closed here at $22.79, up 0.04%, which is basically nothing of a gain or a loss. We are flat today after all of that movement that we did see. But you can see here in the after hours market that it is holding a certain position right now. So all in all, it was not the worst day possible. I think it was okay. All right, so I guess we can get into the topic at hand of when the shorts will actually cover. Now, I know that there's not a specific date. I don't think there is a specific date. I'm not going to tell you exactly when they will. This is more or less a discussion to understand what I believe and when I believe they will cover, right? And the answer that I have for you guys is that it is unknown. It could be years until they end up covering. Why? Because they have the resources to hold out for a long period of time, right? The point of being able to hold out for a long period of time is to have as little people as possible included on the decision so that you can make your own decision. And whenever you want to leave, you can leave. If you don't want to leave, you don't have to leave. Like for me, if I said, you know what, I don't want to leave no matter what. I don't care what's happening here, what happens on the other side. I'm not going to leave. I'm not going to blink. I'm not going to be that person that gives up. That's basically what they're doing, right? They're one corporation. I mean, you probably could have banks and hedge funds into it, but you have less decision makers. For us, on the other hand, we have so many decision makers, right? We have millions of people that are making these decisions, whether you want to stay into the position or get out of the position. And that's the problem that we face: is are we going to be able to hold long enough so that they can give up? Because it may take quite some time for that to happen. And is that something that you're willing to do? Is that something that you're willing to just, let the position sit there and forget about it? Because it could be something that happens for maybe a year, or 2 years, or 3 years, or 5 years, right? They don't lose until they sell, and we don't lose until we sell, right? We don't give up or anything like that. There's a bunch of people that will be winning in this case, no matter if they do sell right now or they let the rest sit there if they wanted to. But we don't lose until we sell. They don't lose until they sell. So the date is really unknown. You don't know exactly when they're going to make that move. And if someone tells you they do know, they are either an insider, but most likely they are a liar. They don't know exactly when that's going to happen because, again, it's unknown. They can let this play out for years if they wanted to. So it's not something where it's making me give up on the position. I am tired of dealing with all of the negativity that we face, because it should be a lot of positivity for normal people, but they don't want normal people to win. So there's no positivity. And that's why I'm insanely tired with what's going on with this. Am I giving up? No, I'm not. I'm definitely making that decision to stay into the position as long as I possibly can, and play it out the way that I want to play it out. However, we should just be scratching the surface depending on if people stay in the position. And, take everything I say with a grain of salt. This is not all financial advice. You can do whatever you want with your position. If you give up on AMC, then that's okay. Let me know. I'm not going to sit here and call you paper hands. I'm not going to say that you gave up on the community. I'm not going to be that person, because I want to create connections. If you feel a certain way about a position, then go with your gut, right? Nobody else should make you hold on to a position that you don't want to. So if you want to get into another position and ride that out, feel free to do so. If you want to make mistakes, then make mistakes. People learn from these mistakes. I'm not going to be that person. I'm not. I don't care if everybody wants me to be. I don't care if everybody wants me to say, hey, hold on for dear life. I mean, you can do that if you want to, but you can also sell a position if you want to as well. But I'm letting you know exactly what I'm doing, and I'm holding on to my 900 shares. And if it does go even lower and gets down to previous levels, then I will buy more, because I know what it can be, right? So anyways, guys, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. But I'm going to get out of here, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.